Hi everyone, I'm Lango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. As you know, we are talking about the 15th kind of verb that is known as auxiliary verbs. And today we are going to start the second kind of auxiliary verb that is modal auxiliary verbs. Definition of modal auxiliary verbs: those verbs which help the action verb and tell us the possibility are called modal auxiliary verbs. See, in previous lecture we talked about definition of auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are those verbs which help the action verb and tell us the tense. Now, those verbs which help the action verb. Now they have got kinds. Number one, primary or helping verbs. Primary or helping verbs also help the action verb, but they tell us the tense. And now we are going to talk today about modal auxiliary verbs, those verbs which help the action verb. They also help the action verb. They do not tell us the tense. They tell us the possibility of an action. So that's why we call them modal auxiliary verbs. Now, what are the modal auxiliary verbs? Must, ought to, should, can, could, may, might, will, shall, would, used to are called your modal auxiliary verbs. Keep in your mind your modal auxiliary verbs are 11 in number, and what I've written them in sequence, and I'll make you understand about them. Now, keep in your mind levels in modal auxiliary verbs. Modal auxiliary verbs are studied in two levels. One is called the secondary level, and primary level we will start after this lecture as we go for the each modal auxiliary verb with its usages. Now, what is secondary level? In secondary level, we talk about the, okay, keep in your mind over there, it is not primary, it is secondary level. In secondary level, we study the percentages of modal auxiliary verbs. Now, in secondary level, we talk about the percentages of modal auxiliary verbs. Now, see the possibility of a modal auxiliary verb. Primary level, we will study something else and then we will start it according to its usage. So, see, modal auxiliary verbs are written in sequence, and keep in your mind after modal auxiliary verbs, the verb which we use, it is not your verb, it is the name of an action which is also known as bare infinitive. Keep in your mind after modal auxiliary verbs we use bare infinitives. Now, what are bare infinitives? Only first form of the verb. Now, here teach is the name of an action. Keep in your mind it is not an action. So action verb, it is not working as a verb in a sentence, it is working as bare infinitive. What is bare infinitive? When a verb works as a noun in a sentence and first form of the verb is called bare infinitive. Now, the modal auxiliary verbs we have got one by one we will be talking about. I say, I must teach you grammar. Now, must is your modal auxiliary verb helping the action verb teach and telling you the percentage that this work is to be done by me 100%. Why? I must teach you grammar because you are going to compose an essay or a paragraph or for your writing, so you must know the rules and regulations. So I say, I must teach you grammar. It means this work is to be done 100%. And I ought to teach you grammar. Ought to is less stressable than must and more stressable than should. So it means 85%. I ought to teach you grammar. Should is less stressable than ought to and must, and it is used for 75%. I say, I should teach you grammar. Again, should is helping the action verb and telling you the possibility of an action. I can teach you grammar. And now can is helping verb, helping the action verb teach and telling you the possibility, and the possibility is 50%. After that we have got I could teach you grammar, and it can be used in the sense of present, and if when it gives the sense of present it means 40%. I could teach you grammar. Could is again helping the action verb and telling us the possibility of an action. I may teach you grammar. Again, may is helping the action verb teach and telling you the percentage, and that is 30%. I might teach you grammar. Now, might is helping the action verb teach and telling us the possibility, which is 15%. I will teach you grammar. It is an informal way and it tells us the future possibility, and for future possibility it shows 50%. Keep in your mind, will and shall both express the future possibility and they both are used for 50%. But one thing should be in your mind, one is a informal way to speak and one is formal or polite way. I will teach you grammar. Will is helping the action verb and telling you the future possibility. I shall teach you grammar. Shall is again helping the action verb teach and telling you the possibility, which is formal way and showing the future possibility. Okay, would is used for unreal situations. I would teach you grammar. Now see, would is modal auxiliary verb helping the action verb teach for unreal situations. See, I would teach you grammar means I did not get the opportunity, or I myself didn't teach you because you are not the regular student. So it gives the two senses. And used to is used as modal auxiliary verb, which is used for past habits and actions which we have left now. I say I used to teach grammar. Now I have left teaching grammar. So used to is again helping the action verb and telling you the past habits and action. So modal auxiliary verbs are those verbs which help the action verb and tell us the possibility. They have got two levels, secondary level and primary level. In secondary level, we talk about the percentage, and primary level, we will be talking the usages of modal auxiliary verb. Must has got different usages, ought to has got different usages, and their usages we will be learning one by one in secondary level, primary level. So hope you got the definition of modal auxiliary verbs, which help the action verb and tell us the possibility. And secondary level, we talked about that they help the action verb and tell us the possibility or the percentage. And primary level, we will start its usages one by one with the each modal auxiliary verb. Hope you got today's lecture. Wish you best of luck. See you next time with next lecture. Goodbye.